Welcome back. You're watching Startup Street. Now, clean tech-focused NBFC Metafin has raised $5 million in an equity funding round led by Prime Venture Partners and others. It was founded in 2019 and helps businesses accelerate the move from fossil fuel to cleaner sources of energy. And this funding is going to help it catalyze solar adoption in rural India. So joining me now to discuss this is Sandeep Chopra, the founder and CEO of Metafin. Sandeep, welcome to Startup Street. Thanks very much for your time here. Before we get to that funding, very briefly tell us about Metafin, what the current size of your loan book is, and how many solar rooftop projects have you financed?
Yeah, thank you, Ritu, for having me on the show. So our current AUM is about $2.5 million. We've solarized about 1,000 businesses in rural India. And the focus is largely rural, which is need-based demand, and people who are running their businesses either on diesel or have a severe, intermittent power problem. And this is diametrically opposite to what you see today, where people are largely focused on, urban centers, which are grid connected. Majority of our customers either do not have access to the grid or have significant intermittent power problem.
So tell us about this $5 million funding. How are you going to deploy this capital? What kind of loan book growth are you targeting? And you're largely in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Are there opportunities you see to expand elsewhere?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So with this raise, I think because we are the first ones in the country to do what we are doing, we basically opened the doors for capital to come into this area. There are three fundamental areas that we are focused on. One is to expand our AUM from currently $2.5 million to about 10 to 15, depending on the leverage that we get on top of this equity raise. The second one is to improve our customer experience by investing significantly on the tech stack, both on the ops risk side and the customer experience side. And third, but not the least, is just to strengthen the senior management team and the teams across the other states that we are targeting. Coming back to your question in terms of if the opportunity is there in other states, absolutely. We are working at the ground, at the ground level at Bharat, and our ambition is to move deeper into UP, move deeper into Bihar, add Jharkhand, Odisha, and Rajasthan in the next 12 to 15 months.
Okay, you're targeting financing about 1 million projects in the next 5 years. What would that mean in terms of growth for you? If you could give us a sense of your even profitability that you're eyeing, and with a government push as well towards solar, what would all of that mean for business?
See, I think there's a significant amount of tailwind at this point in time for the industry. So that's something that we'll take in our stride and move. I think the areas that we are targeting are the least spoken about, in media today. Our belief is that these businesses that we are targeting in rural India, across these 5 states, run into, if not less, about 10 to 15 million. And the ambition of having 1 million, solarizing 1 million businesses of these need-based demand seems very achievable in the next 5 to 7 years. In terms of profitability, our unit economics have always been, positive. Even at this scale, we are, unit economic positive. The only costs that we bear today are fundraising costs, etc. So I don't think, growth, I don't think demand, or I don't think profitability is going to be a challenge for us.
Okay, in that case, given that none of these are challenges and you're looking to grow, what are the other major banks and lenders that you're engaging with to collaborate on lending for this? And I wanted to understand, are you looking at lending more not from your balance sheet in a co-lending model, or what's the strategy there for this?
So I think it's going to be a mixed bag. So as we speak, we are already kind of tying up with a few co-lending partners. Like I said, this is the first time it's been done in the country. So therefore, it'll take other finance players to kind of get used to it, understand the market, the TAM and the SAM. We are also in advanced talks with some of the banks to tie up with us. And the idea is very simple, that you need to manage your operations risk of these plants really, really well so that your finance is not at risk. So our recovery today is about 99.5%, which is on this rural book, and largely because we focus on the fact that the plants have to run, people have to save money before they pay us.
All right, Sandeep, thanks very much for joining in, on Startup Street.